Looks like it's again 6 or 7 meters out. And that line out lost the last line out from the other side of the field in the same position. As they went to Graham, and Onkaparinga just got up in front of him there. So be interested to see what option they go with here. Again to Graham, and off the top he plays it. That's Curtin steps inside. And they go back out to the right again. Looks like Nicky Howlett there with the big carry up, and oh, unfortunately Howlett just losing the ball there as he carries it up. So turnover here, good defense there by Onkaparinga, some big hits with the big turnover there. And it'll be Onkaparinga scrum here, 5 meters out from the try line. Obviously they'll look to clear the lines here, relieve some pressure. First scrum of the day, we'll see how this settles.
Oh, big solid run there.
Great big carry up the middle there. It's like big boot of Kurt McKinley. Bang all the way down, and Carl Fleetwood Piper there, obviously just getting a foot on the line after he catches that one. So there'll be Onkaparinga line out here. Their first venture into the old Collegians half.
So while we're waiting for the line out here, we'll go through the teams. There's a lovely jump there by Ashley Montero. We've got Curtis Woodridge, Wright, Liam Smith, Villafungu, Ryan Evans, Ashley Montero, Adam Takiri, Andrew Scott.
We've got some space here on the outside as Troy Wilkin can't quite get around his man. Sorry to interrupt you there.
No, you're right. You're right.
Some excitement coming through here as Doughty shifts it to the forwards to head it up there in the midfield.
Doughty's playing fly half today rather than his usual.
Oh, some great injection of pace there. Unfortunately, just unable to control it at the base. Yeah, Doughty with 9 on his back.
Yeah.
But he seems to be mixing it up though. He's gone to 9 here to feed it at the scrum time. So I think obviously just depending on where they are, 9 and 10 here are going to switch it up a bit. So him and Ormsby, Doughty and Ormsby will obviously mix it up as to who goes to 9, who goes to 10, depending on where that ball goes. Obviously both very accomplished in both of those places. I think that's a penalty advantage. Doughty just a little overexcited at the base of that scrum. Ball not out, and he just stuck his hands in there where he probably shouldn't have.
So we've got a break in play. Andrew Scott, right flanker, Liam Devine, number 8, Troy Doty, scrum half / fly half, Trina Ormsby, Kane Golding, Toe Tamakiu, Lincoln Ormsby, Troy Wilkins, Kurt McKinley, Matthew Chaplin, Ryan Corbett, Liam War, Reese Gerd, Ben White, Brendan Harding, Ruben Stretch, and Caden O'Neill. And for Old Coles, we have Timothy Dawes, Nick Howlett, Luke Clifton, Joshua Graham. We'll hold there while we go for this line out. Throw Joshua Graham up. Geez, he's good on the line out, isn't he?
Yeah, College do have a very strong line out, and looking to go deep at all of their line out options so far. So obviously there's some concern around the front of the line out and the strength that Onkaparinga would have in the competing there. And Mirison just comes back in on the angle of Smedley there. Slowing it down here now. Man with a big carry up there. Gee, he's a big piece of human, isn't he?
Yeah, he loves playing out in that wide channel as well. So he applies a lot of pressure to those centres. So some big ball running here from both teams.
Campion almost looked like he caught that by accident as it came past him, but held on strong. So some good options here. Good angles.
Chris
off
Bartlett.
the ball.
Chris Bartlett, number 12, is having a blinder already. He's looking to inject himself early. Smedley to Dawes. Oh, sorry. Timothy Dawes.
Dawes knocked backwards there in that contact. He won't be happy about that, but College already had the advantage there. So referee Peter Jackson brings them back and sets the scrum.
So where were we with the Old Coles pack? We had,
as far as Graham, I think.
Yeah, Joshua Graham, Jack Campion, John Moko, Fraser Murrison, Gary Mann, Robert Smedley, Jack Curtin, Timothy Atkins, Andrew Burgess, Chris Bartlett, Kyle Fleetwood Piper, James Hopkinson, David Allo, Emily. Oh, great ball there.
Fantastic offload there by Bartlett.
And unfortunately, the ball finds the sideline.
Great work putting Atkins into that little half gap. Great little offload there. Sexy hands through that gap.
Yeah, that looked crisp. Looked crisp. I don't know if you received it earlier. We had a few technical difficulties, but Toa Tamakihu had a really hard midfield run. So hats off to that young gentleman. As Onkers go for the...
That one just didn't go straight in there. So Liam Smith, affectionately known to those at Onkers as Haggis, just unfortunately not hitting his target there. That one going astray, so it'll be Old Coles scrum here. 10 minutes gone already. That was quick, wasn't it?
Yep.
Exciting rugby here by both teams. Looking to play fast, hard and wide.
Medley feeds a scrum. And Troy sticks his feet out.
Nothing illegal about that at all.
He's done well.
As long as he's onside behind the ball while the ball's in, as soon as the ball comes out, he can put his foot in the way of the pass, absolutely. So Doughty forcing that turnover, and now Onkaparinga coming with the ball all the way up to the halfway line. So
Kane Golding, great run there. Doty out to, I think that was Liam, was it? Doty finds Toe, Tamakihu.
Oh, Wilkins just can't collect that, unfortunately.
It's going to be a physical encounter either way you look at it. Both teams looking to assert their dominance in the midfield. Both teams got class all around the paddock. Joshua Graham in the locks for Old Coles. Troy Doty at scrum half / fly half. Kurt McKinley with a big boot of his, well-known big boot.
Big left boot. We saw that just a few minutes ago, that monster 50-metre kick downfield that earned them possession.
Oh, great inside ball.
Bartlett with the line break up the middle. He's had such an effect on the game already, hasn't he?
Yeah. They'll want to contain him in the Onkaparinga back line. As Onkers get Old Coles get a penalty. With this wind behind him, look for him to go for goal. Here we go.
Looks like it's Hopkinson who'll step up. Yeah, it is. Jim Hopkinson will step up to take the kick. Interesting looking at that scrum by Old Collegians with John Moko with 8 on his back, but packing down on the blind side, and Gary Mann 6 on his back and in the traditional number 8 position at that scrum. Not sure why they're doing that way around. Moko played in the backs, I think, when he played on the other side of Green Hill Road.
Yeah, he was a halfback for Burnside. Then he moved over to the other side of Greenhill to Old Coles and is now playing in the forward pack. As Hopkins slots the penalty, and we go 3 points to 0. Old Coles over Onkaparinga, 13 minutes, only early.
First points on the board after 13 minutes. It's going to be a tight affair today, Rory.
Yeah, they both look sharp, both teams. I have to say, I feel Onkaparinga have the advantage in the midfield at the moment, but Old Cole's looking to change my thoughts on that. Oh, great shift into the ball there.
That's Dawes there with the silky smooth hands on the outside. He's a decent touch player, actually, is Tim Dawes. So he should have a decent set of hands on him. Man with the show and going the big palm, giving himself that little half gap. That's Jack Curtin there with the offload to Bartlett. Man just smothered by three defenders there. They'll know Gary Mann. That name will be well known to Onkaparinga. So they'll be looking to shut him down.
He's gone through. The number 10 for Old Coles.
Jack Curtin. Curtin moved down from Queensland, the young man. He's gone over to score the try. The new to Old Coles this year. Fantastic player. Sevens player, I believe. Spent some time with the Australian Sevens program. Played for Queensland in the national Sevens competition. So yeah, he's showing a turn of pace there. Get a half gap and he'll make you pay. So great work there by Curtin.
Yeah, Quicksilver heels there. Definitely got a bit of pace about him. Goes to show you can play sevens and transition to 15s quite well. He's done the transition quite comfortably. We saw him earlier on in the year tearing apart the sideline down at Old Coles there, and he's continued his form to the end of the season. Don't give up hope just yet. Onkaparinga very well known for grinding out a win.
Onkaparinga able to score from 100 metres out at any given opportunity. Really, if something sparks, they can score from anywhere at any time. So don't count them out at any point, Rory. If they'll kick it up and fire it, they'll come from anywhere, and they'll put 2-3 quick tries on the board. So yeah, College will need to keep their wits about them here. Dowdy with the restart.
Oh, unfortunate for Adam Takiri.
Must have just taken his eyes off of that one. He held on to that one. I think there was quite a bit of space in front of him, so unfortunate for the young man.
Oh, big defence there in the centre of the field.
And that's Burgess who runs it straight into the contact, and another one by Mann. College will use Mann as a battering ram up the field there. Just overrun that one a little bit, did Moko, but so now we'll get to see some of Onkaparinga's out-and-out attack, we'd hope, as this is scrum between the 22 and the 10 there, so great attacking opportunity here, middle of the field.
Yeah, they've got a great attack play too, Onkaparinga. Great all round the park, set piece, attack, defence, one of the big four. Short ball from Doty to
just can't hold
Tamakihu.
on.
Like Smedley out to
just getting a bit messy there, and
Bartlett, unfortunately.
Jackson decides he's had enough. Bring them back for the scrum.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with the speed of the breakdown from Old Coles. Once again, Onkaparinga, you know, centre field, midfield defence is top class, especially against the likes of Curtin, Bartlett, and Hopkins.
Man to Smedley and Fleetwood Piper on the outside. He's such a strong boy for a youngster. He's powerful, he's fast. Great player out there.
Moko to Curtin.
Oh, and it's Curtin again
Curtin's
with
breaking
space.
through. Looks to step around. He's made it on the outside. Oh, and
Fleetwood Piper. In he goes in the corner. Just talking about the young man, powerful, fast. Just 19 or 20 years old. He's a great prospect for the future.
Yeah, he's come through the lower grades and done his apprenticeship, and now he's in first grade, and all year he's been quite good. I think he might even lead the try scoring.
Oh, is he? I'm not entirely sure about those, but wow, wasn't that a great line break from Curtin to set that one up?
Yeah, he did well. Cut through the gap, and then bounced out to the outside to find Fleetwood Piper, and well done to Old Coles. And here we go. Hopkinson looks to add the extras. It's a difficult kick right on the sideline. The wind will help him here though, Jace, when I look at things.
It's a tough kick from out wide right, but he's got a reliable boot. And he puts it through. Fantastic kick right on the touchline. He'll be happy with that. Old Coles will be happy with that. 17-0, 20 minutes down on the Wojtek scoreboard. Old Coles running out to an early lead here, but as we said, Onkaparinga, dangerous customers. You'd want to have a healthy lead against them at any point because they'll turn it around in a heartbeat. So lots of excitement still to come here in this game.
Old Coles get a penalty.
Did you see what that was for there, Rory?
No, I think it was accidental offside, to be honest, off the kickoff. Unfortunate for Old Coles, Onkaparinga, but Smedley's found touch just past halfway. One thing Old Collegians will look to do is reaffirm their position by scoring again, because if you give Onkaparinga one tiny little opportunity or sniff of getting the lead, they will take it, and they will take it hard. There we go.
Graham off the top again.
He's done beautiful line out. Moko on the inside of Curtin.
Graham with a little pick and go on the outside there.
Looks like Dawes and Luke Clifton looking to surge forward, surge ahead.
Cottage seems to be a trait of them at the moment, or today, should we say, attacking those fringes at the pick and go. Seen it right from the first couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Just looking to work those fringes and test that close-in defence of Onkaparinga.
Tim Dawes, his third carry in less than a minute. He's done really well.
He's a strong man, Tim Dawes. As he has to get himself out of the way there.
Nick Howlett to Curtin, on floats to Bartlett. Look to recycle the ball, Moko at half-back.
Oh, and Graham just can't hold on to that one as Darty picks it up and comes back. Onkaparinga in possession here now.
Ooh,
Broken play, that danger.
Solid hit. Oh, and Old Coles have been given
as Burgess, who's just come flying and made a monster hit there.
Here we go on the replay. Watch this, viewers. Bushka.
Bang. solid hit, and then Gary falls at the feet of Gary Mann, and just easy pickings for him there at that point. And this one, bang in front, 25 meters out. Oh, 20 meters out, the 22 it's on. So 22 meters out, bang in front. You'd think with his form today, Hopkinson should just nudge this one over.
Oh, if you can get it from 70,000 yards from the sideline, you think 20 metres out would be not too much of a difficulty.
Funny old game though, isn't it? You could probably, you know, there's no pressure from the outside, a lot more pressure in the middle.
Yeah.
So it could almost be a little tougher, but we'll see how he goes. Yeah.
Onkaparinga look a little bit rattled here. I won't say they're shell-shocked. They're definitely on their heels, but never write them off, that's for sure. Old Coles have taken all their opportunities at hand. Hence the 17-0 scoreline on the Voitech scoreboard. Kick to come.
Straight through the middle, as you predicted there, Rory. So
he's got a nice smooth style, doesn't he, as a goal kicker, Hopkinson. Really lovely style for all you young avid goal kickers. As Reece Jerd comes on and is substituting, looks like Villafungu.
Gertie will inject some fire and aggression into the side. He's straight away onto the ball, and look here, you can see straight away just the way he runs. There's aggression on the ball from him, so he's a fantastic young player.
Graham penalised for not rolling away.
Now we'll see what Onkaparinga choose to do here. Going to the line, not looking to kick the points. Oh, Doughty makes the mistake there, kicking that ball into touch behind the try line, so in goal. So touch in goal, and Old Coles will have an opportunity to scrum back from where he kicked it. So
a little bit of a let off there for Old Coles.
Very much so. It's a 5 metre line out. You'd bank on Onkas getting some points out of that, but not to be. Doughty with a bit of a mistake there, but anyways, we move on. Doughty not happy with the decision there that he's offside as he goes around behind the ball before it comes out, but referee's right on the mark there. He can see what's happening.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious offside, unfortunately, for Troy.
Particularly at scrum times, there's not a lot of people around there to hide things, so easy for the referee to spot that one. Smedley with a solid clearance again, up into the Onkaparinga half.
Look for him to swing it out wide, out to this far left edge. They've set something up here, Old Collegians. Oh, another beautiful line out.
Reaches high and snatches it out, as you say, going straight wide all the way. Hopkinson steps inside there. He's still wrapped up, but gets the ball back quite nicely. And Curtin again shifting a ball midfield. They've gone edge to edge here. Have College all the way back to the forwards on the other side. So yeah, it's an exciting brand of rugby they play, isn't it?
Curtin to Graham. Graham's found a small hole to poke his head through. They recycle the ball. Smedley out to Bartlett. Bartlett out to, someone's gone down.
A big carry on the outside. That's Luke Clifton. He's a big, strong boy. He's done some damage on the outside there. And Somebody's been left in the wake of his.
Yeah, I think it's Nick Howlett, I'll be honest. Looks like he's... Something happened there. I saw him clutch his jaw or his throat. Could have been a head clash too.
Big carry on the outside there from Luke Clifton. The big red on the outside. It's always great to see a bit of the tight forwards when they get the ball on the outside with a bit of space and excitement and pace, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's not usual, but they love it, don't they?
And he can move too for a big boy, old Lukey. So good to see him having a bit of fun running on the outside. Loves a run.
Yeah, but we've got to.
I'd imagine him and Fleetwood Piper, good mates, so he would have just had a word to him over there saying, hey Carl, listen mate, I can do it too.
Watch me.
Yeah, that's it.
Looks like
coming for your position.
Onkaparinga, Ben White may have just come on and slipped into hooker there. We'll get some clarification. Or
it looked like it was Liam Smith down there, had some issues with his ankle. Have they brought him off?
Well, Reece Gird's gone into hooker at the moment.
So then, yeah, probably Gertie, obviously the backup in that position as Doughty hits the, just unfortunate there. Couldn't get it high enough for the pickup as Doughty hits that half gap. Just gets his ankles taken and just can't quite get that ball away.
Yeah, Toa Tamakihu just unfortunately knocked it on. Troy found a hole in the defensive line of Old Collegians and looked to capitalise, and unfortunately ball didn't go to hand, so it'll be an Old Coles scrum, loose head and feed, centre field, very good attacking position, and we'll see what they can rustle up here.
Oh, big hit in the midfield there and a turnover. He's lost the ball there, and here comes Troy Wilkin with it. He's a quick man. Can Bartlett get to him? He steps inside, steps outside, and Bartlett will bring him down. Bartlett on the cover defence there, and the offload just not going to hand. Turnover straight away. Does Curtin back himself? He does. He goes for. He's going to have a crack. Kicks through for Fleetwood Piper and himself to chase there. Tackle made too. End-to-end stuff here, Rory. Some exciting rugby being played by both teams. Reece Gird in the bottom of that, trying to keep the ball safe for Onkaparinga, doing a good job. And Doughty just getting in the pocket, relieve the pressure, slow it down a bit. Let's all have a breather, boys. Everybody's had a bit of a run around, so let's just slow this down, set our defence properly, and see if we can create another. That hit in midfield. Was that on Bartlett? That was a massive hit with the turnover by Onkaparinga.
Yeah, it was either on Bartlett or Tim Atkins. I'm not quite sure. Couldn't quite see the number, but unfortunate for Onkers. Their attacking raid didn't quite go to plan. Troy Wilkins, a great raid down the sideline.
He's got wheels, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Quick around the outside.
So, Howlett picks and drives. Unfortunately, they've spilt the bill, but John Moko cleans it up. We've got Smedley lining up down to the left, out to Curtin.
Bartlett staying on his feet well, but he's well covered there. Not sure who that was in the Onkaparinga defence, but another big hit. Is that Gird up the middle? He loves to tackle, does Reece Gird. Good solid contact there up the middle. As Old Coles just starting to grind it out again. They'll go with that pick and go now as they get close and try and recycle it as quickly as they possibly can. Howlett obviously feeling better as he has a little crack there.
Just inching their way forward. pick and goes are really working for them.
Getting very close now, Rory.
And Gary Mann snuffed out there.
Moko coming to the open side. Again, this Onkaparinga defence doing a really good job. Oh, Smedley sees a little gap for himself and just gets held back. Ball's gone loose there, and oh, referee's seen something he doesn't like. I think it must have been offside or something a little further back. Oh, you'd think Old Collegians here will go to the corner. Line-out's been functioning really well for them there, hasn't it? So
yeah, their set piece has been great. Line-out scrums.
Although, having said that, man wandering across to the middle of the field there, so maybe looking to keep it a bit loose, tap and go. Oh, scrum. So looking to tie up the Onkaparinga forwards and create some space for these very dangerous backs of Old Collegians. It'll be interesting to see where Doughty goes here, whether he runs the defence from 10 or whether he goes to 9 to put that pressure on Smedley.
Yeah, they look very slick, the Old Collegians backline, very clinical. Jack Curtin, Burgess and Bartlett done really well.
Curtin's had a couple of superb line breaks, hasn't he? Sublime runner of the ball.
And Kyle Fleetwood-Piper there will look to maybe inject himself out wide from the right wing.
Be itching to get his hands on the ball there, I reckon. Has he had one touch, one try so far?
Yeah, he's only he's
oh,
had
two
many.
touches. He caught that ball and then stepped into touch. So
yeah.
I suppose one good, one bad. He'd be looking to get more ticks in the good column.
Oh, here we go. They're setting out. There's a little bit of communication between each other. So
just 4 minutes to go here. If Old Collegians can score again before half time, it would be a massive psychological blow to Onkaparinga. Although, having said that, I did say earlier Onkaparinga can score from 100 metres away, so don't count them out. If there's a quick turnover like we almost saw there, ball coming out, it could very easily go 14-point swing the other way.
Yeah, if they can get on the scoreboard before the end of the half, they'll count themselves still in it with a chance. It'll be good for their morale and their headspace. We'll see. They're under the pump here at the moment as Old Coles look for a pushover scrum.
Man with the pick and go. Keeps it safe. Oh, and they're going to go to the same gameplay of the fringe work. Just looking to take a metre every time. Oh, great work there, Onkaparinga. Tackle as he comes around, and there's Brendan Harding getting over the ball. Straight away creating the turnover. And that'll be some welcome relief after a long period there in their 22. They can get some relief here. Big left boot of Kurt McKinley getting them out of trouble there.
Well, this is Onkaparinga's chance to get something on the scoreboard. I know it's a long way out, but look to build a solid platform. Nice tap down from the base of from the back of the line out. Toe Tamaki, who looks to get wrapped up in the midfield. Old Cole's penalised for something.
Just overzealous there, looked like some hands in the ruck, so.
Kane Golden looks like he's down for Onkaparinga.
Obviously just a bit of Bit of a stinger there on the shoulder as he swings it and loosens it up. Hopefully just a stinger, he doesn't need to come off for anything. Onkaparinga made a fair few changes already. Some of their bench on. Reese Gerd making an immediate impact as soon as he stepped on the field.
McKinley finds touch just shy of halfway. They look for a nice quick line out. They've got just over a minute to score here, and they need this. They really do. Very flat attacking line here. Lovely line out. Is that the big number 6 for Onkas, Adam Takiri. Out to Liam Devine. Troy Doherty commanding things.
Both teams with real mobile packs here, so it's such exciting rugby, shifting the ball left and right and everybody able to get it through the hands and shift it. It's good, just takes that one up.
Doherty looks to find a bit of territory down there.
Doherty putting the pressure on. Did he know there was a penalty advantage? Probably did. You'd back him to know that.
He's a pretty clever rugby brain, isn't he, Doherty?
On the halfway line, not sure how much stoppage time there is, but what would you do here, Rory? You going to the corner or would you go to the posts?
Oh, definitely for the corner, mate. I don't think having 3 points is good enough for a half.
I'm a big fan of having something on the board, though, going into half-time. So, obviously, the goal here for Onkaparinga, get something on the board, get under the sticks, and Old Coles hold out for the last sort of dying seconds of the half.
Oh, Troy's seen a hole. He's gone through.
Doughty is so elusive as a runner, isn't he?
And this is their opportunity, Onkas. Liam Devine takes a big carry up, met solidly there in defence. Reese Gerd takes another hit up. Gary Mann was there to meet him, although he does make ground. Reese Gerd, who we got there, Ormsby out to... Oh,
and
Harding.
They go around the outside. Harding getting away with it, just running out of numbers there, Old Collegians, and Onkaparinga using that full width of the pitch, getting around the outside. Great try to them, and that'll light them up for the second half and make it a hell of a lot more interesting. Just having said that, just watching right here in front of us, just seeing Troy Doughty walk from the field, which will be very sad if he comes off.
As we look on the replay here, I think it's Ormsby out to the outside centre and onto Ben Harding. So well done, Onkaparinga. Lincoln Ormsby. So there's Trenton Lincoln Ormsby brothers, I'm guessing. Very well done by Onkaparinga. They found they saw the space, they utilised it, and quite well done. They needed that though. They definitely needed that. So now this sort of doesn't take the game away too early for them. Now they're on the board. As he slots it through there. So Old Collegians 20, Jace, to Onkaparinga 7. And that would look, you'd think, to be close to half-time.
Shouldn't be too much longer. There was obviously some injury time and some stoppage time there, so they'll go for a little bit longer. But yeah, not much time for anybody else to score before half-time, you'd think. But then, we never know, funny old game of rugby. Anything's possible.
Liam Devine, another strong carrier. Impressed with both sets of forwards today. They've both come to the party as they look to spread it wide. Troy's still on, looks to find Reese Gerd out in the right edge. It's Curtis Wooldridge.
That try seems to have sparked a little more urgency and excitement in the Onkaparinga team. Turnover there as Winger just tries to offload that back inside. Smedley's had enough. He says, let's go to half-time. Not interested in giving Onkas an opportunity to get any more points.
So, Old Collegians 20, Onkaparinga 7. We'll wrap it up. We'll take it away into half-time, and we'll see you guys back here at Elizabeth Rugby Union Football Club shortly. Thanks for watching.
So combine all of those three things: functionality, great customer service and saving money. It's been an absolute pleasure dealing with Declan and his team at Voitech.
Less than a minute gone and they are inches away. Doughty will stumble, then he will hand it on. Looks how close they are and they have gone over. Within a minute, we said Onkaparinga would come out quickly. They have, and that is the first try of the game. Watson will show and stay, make half a yard afterwards. Now look at Pingo, and Tanaki will go over. Tanaki will score, bite side in red time. And again to Adcock. Adcock will find Finney. Finney will put the foot down. Finney, I think he's got over.
Gibson's made the gap. Here we go. Look at that. Yeah, good movement. Great move, just good running line. Paddy. Oh, here we go. Big gap.
Big gap. Oh,
Well done.
well done. Tried to twist it.
He will turn around. Now he's going to put the toe down. He's going to take that shield. He'll go over the left-hand corner. Right, really starting to push away now.
Okay, welcome back to Elizabeth Rugby Union Football Club here. The elimination final, Old Collegians 20, Onkaparinga 7 on the Voitech scoreboard here at half-time. Both teams are looking to address their game plans. Ormsby for Onkaparinga is giving them quite clear and concise instructions. And they've done well to stay in the game. Old Coles look like they could have gained a bit of a healthier lead early in the first half, Jace, but Onkaparinga gained that try late in the half and only 13 points behind.
Really pulled themselves back into it there, didn't they? It was looking like College were going to own that first half completely. Really playing some great rugby. And as I said before, just takes a little spark for Onkaparinga and they'll score. And they found what they needed, came in and got around and knocked the conversion over too. So 20 points to 7. And that set us up, I think, here for a very exciting second half.
Yeah, it's there's been some standouts. Jack Curtin for Old Collegians, Gary Mann, John Moko, Joshua Graham. He's been sensational in the line-out. And For Onkaparinga, obviously the shining light. Troy Doty's been amazing, even though he's kept them in the hunt. Reese Gerd, when he's come on, has done well. Troy Wilkins had a good run. Adam Takiri's been strong, and the front row of Onkaparinga done okay.
Tamakehu up in the centres there has been absolutely solid, hasn't he? running and in defence, he's really put in some solid contact in there in the middle. So yeah, there's talent all around the park here, and still a lot to come. It's going to be very interesting to see who puts their hand up in the second half to finish this. With the wind behind them now, you'd imagine Onkaparinga will look to use Kurt McKinley's big boot to get them down into the half of Old Collegians. And Old Collegians will look to use their elusive runners to run into this wind and run it back at them. So should be a cracker of a second half as the teams all pull together, get themselves ready for the kickoff.
Yeah, they've done really well. The Old Collegians backline has been very sharp indeed. Kyle Fleetwood Piper, Bartlett, Burgess, obviously Rob Smedley at halfback there. Jack Curtin, amazing player today. And here we go. We're not far off a kickoff, and we'll resume the battle at Elizabeth Park for a spot next week at South.
And that'll be up against Burnside, who went down so narrowly yesterday. Last minute penalty by Brighton to secure the Premier Grade spot in the grand final. So Burnside will have a crack against the winner of this match, sorry, not this team, as the kickoff comes.
21 for Old Collegians. There has been a couple of subs. We'll just get some confirmation on who they have been, but just bear with us shortly as Rob Smedley looks to go right-hand side out to Campion. And then I think that is Luke Clifton, is that correct?
Yeah, it is Luke Clifton with the big carry there on the outside, big red. And they're going to go that full width of the field again, using that space up.
Hopkinson's got a bit of space there. And Tamakau's locked him up. Just waiting for Smedley to arrive.
Making his way across there.
Campion. Jack Curtin takes a hit up. Smedley again. Out to big Gary Mann.
Gary Mann into the half gap.
Very, very rarely does he not make the advantage line. The big man, Moko throws
it. With the step
and
the gap. There he goes.
One of the Ormsby brothers got hold of him.
And now Smedley on the front foot to Fleetwood Piper, who will go inside Gerd and then straight through. And the second tackler there.
He's done well not to get out on the right-hand touch line.
Howlett, a one-off runner there as there's mates come in to help out.
Oh, a big cutout ball there. I think that's Bartlett, is it? Chris Bartlett at right centre.
Interesting. Signal looked to be
high tackle, but he's given the ball to
tackle, but it's gone that way. So
might have been at the breakdown, Jace, perhaps.
Could have been a high clean out there, yeah, around the neck or around the head, probably.
Ooh,
interesting changes here. It looks like that's Johnny Collins in number 25 for Old Collegians. So Collins having a run around. That'll be good. And some other changes there. That's good. Obviously came on earlier. And just scanning across here to see what are the changes for Onkaparinga. I think that's it for now.
Oh, Kurt McKinley's made a break.
He's through the middle. And
he's got up, he's not held. Oh!
oh, referee, I think he said he's knocked it on there, and like Atkins wanted the advantage to have a runaway there, but oh, what's happened?
We'll have a look on the replay. He's just split the defence open.
Straight through he goes, not held, so he has a crack, and oh, he's gone to place it, and it's just come loose.
Onka's very lucky there.
From other people, but yeah.
Or unlucky, should I say.
Very unlucky. He's done all the hard work. He's beaten the tacklers. He's had the awareness to know that he's not held in the tackle. He's kept going, and oh.
He's done everything right. Except touch a blade of grass over the try line.
So frustrating at times, this game that we love, but
that was a great effort, mate. He really cut apart the inside defence of the Old Coles back line. He didn't go through quite untouched, but definitely left him in his wake. I have to say, the Old Collegians back line, the winger, I think it was not Tim Atkins.
Tim Atkins coming across for that cover tackle and saving that try in the end. Yeah, I think
really
it was
well.
Hopkinson and Atkins getting across there to really shut that one down. So without them, that would have been a clean 7 points, I think, under the sticks for Onkaparinga.
Certain 7 points. As they've got a defensive scrum on their try line. Gary Mann to Rob Smedley. Rob Smedley sends it out to Kyle Fleetwood Piper,
who goes straight into the contact, but just unfortunately leads with the ball. Just had the ball in the wrong hand there. Leads straight with it of his chest, and well, he doesn't have the smallest chest in the competition, I can tell you what. So
he's a barrel-chested boy, isn't he?
Big chest, just knocking the ball loose as he made contact.
He won't be happy with that though. And unfortunately, he did have a little bit of space to work in, and they were looking to definitely get out of their 22. Unfortunately, he just couldn't hold on to the ball into contact, as you said, and
sets high standards for himself, does Fleetwood Piper, so he will be very disappointed with that after the hard work they'd done to create that opportunity and the space on the outside. So yeah, he'll look to fix that. Collins in at the loose head prop there. Having a smile. He's loving being out there.
Onkaparinga's loose head and feed. See what they can come up with. Liam Devine off the back of the scrum. Ormsby in to secure the ball.
Oh, pick and go. And another one, obviously. I think Ormsby was caught up in that last ruck, so finds himself getting free now. Oh,
Kane just couldn't. Yeah, Kane Golding just couldn't hold on to a bullet-like pass from McKinley, unfortunately. There was a little bit of space there for him, but unfortunately he couldn't.
I think he had a little look up there at what was in front of him.
Yeah, I think you're right, mate.
And just couldn't hold on. Right, so Liam Smith is on. He's moved to loose head. So Gerd has then come into 2. So it must be Woolridge Wright who's left the field. Oh, Curtin. Just, again, someone's taken his eyes off that one and then isolated. Oh, just silly there by Old Collegians. Someone's obviously opened their mouth and said something very stupid.
And this is that sniff we were talking about earlier for Onkas.
That's it. If they get on a roll here, they'll be very difficult to stop.
Yep. There's not really too many deficits they can't claw back with the class they have it throughout their team. For those that are first-time viewers.
it looks like Doughty's been brought from the field. Disappointing, obviously. Doughty, a class act. Previous winner of the Don Smith medal. And yeah, so Onkaparinga will be upset that he's not there, but they do have some other class players around, and as we said already, Ormsby's been playing at 9 for a whole lot of the game anyway, so it's not going to change too much for them.
Unfortunately, there's a little knock on there from Onkaparinga. They looked like they were setting up for a good raid into Old Cole's 20, but just a couple of little errors creeping into their game when they probably least need it. They are still 13 points down, and we're looking to lessen the margin. And we'll see Old Collegians, Rob Smedley, the old stalwart, try and get him out of trouble here.
Zach Curtin's boot knocking the ball all the way back here into the Onkaparinga half. They've let it bounce, but Wilkins is swarmed by some blue jerseys there. And the ball comes back on the Old Collegians side. Turnover ball, Piper holds onto it. Howlett with the pass from half-back to shift the ball wide, and away goes Bartlett with the offload to the outside. Can Mann get there? Oh, he's strong, isn't he? And try Gary Mann with the offload from Bartlett. Mann uses his pace and then strength down the outside, and then those long arms is reaching out to score a try. There it is. Oh, it's a great angle, isn't it? Bounces off, not held, and there he is, just reaches out and scores it. Well done, Gary. Great work.
And Bartlett did well here just to get away from some loose tackles.
Oh, he's had a couple of those sneaky little offloads all day, hasn't he?
Gary Mann got the knees cracking. He was away. So we're going to pull him back. Reese Gerd, great attempt, although it looks like he's just injured himself slightly or got the wind taken out of him.
Kevin Beckett just seeing to him there. I'm sure Gertie will be a hard man to bring from the field, so there'll have to be something very wrong with him. Nah, Kev seems to be happy, but a pat on the back, he'll be all right.
It's amazing what a pat on the back will do, isn't it? I met Kevin today for the first time, the Onkaparinga trainer, lovely gentleman, and he was giving a few of their Onkaparinga girls a bit of a rap for the future. So it'll be good to see what happens there down at Onkaparinga for the women's competition next year.
Great club man, isn't Kev? He's gets involved all around the club. Obviously their head trainer, and he heads up a group of trainers, I think, for the rest of the team. So and he really, he is a servant of the game. Good man, Kevin Beckett. He is the trainer for the Black Falcons, as that kick from Robert Smedley doesn't make it the distance to the post. As I was saying, Kevin Beckett, the trainer for the Black Falcons this year. The Black Falcons are in a senior men's competition here in Adelaide, the NRC Division 2, which is being hosted in Adelaide between South Australia, Tasmania, Northern Territory and Country Victoria. It's on the weekend of the NRC competition. Campion goes high and holds on to that. He is great in the air, isn't he?
Yeah, it was an amazing take. Lovely. Smedley's get some clean ball from the base of the rucks there. Maybe a little bit too clean. That's Liam Wall there, and number 18 for Onkaparinga.
Shifting it wide now is, well held. Oh, unfortunately, Liam Smith just can't bend his knees enough to get the fingertips out there. Loses control, so we have the advantage to College here, and Curtin looks to, snipes back on the inside. He really is an elusive runner, isn't he?
Yeah, amazing runner.
Wakamoko met with some fierce tackling from Divine there, 8 on 8. Oh, Champion on the angle, and he'll go with the pass. Curtin in under the sticks. Champion will be talking about that one for weeks. I tell you what, he'll dine out on that one for a while. A clean line break for him, and then the drawn pass, which I'm sure will be drawn out to be a very exciting story later tonight. But no, well done there too. Old Collegians. Oh, Curtin to Campion, back to Curtin. Good execution there, great running.
Yeah, the ball runner, David Emily, if that's correct, took the defence as a decoy runner, and Jack Curtin straight to the big man. He'll love that.
To be fair though, if I was in the defence, I'd also make sure I was marking up on Alo Emily, because he is a powerful runner. He was playing at Elizabeth last year, so coached him last year, and he is, wow, he's a powerful runner, and he can break lines, and he can run from some fair distances out to score some tries. So if you don't have him covered, you're in trouble. And running a great decoy line there to put Campion into the space. Good awareness by Curtin, not just to feed it to the big man, and to use Campion into the space.
Yeah, well, everything going right for the Old Collegians team. As it's Old Collegians 32, Onkaparinga 7, 55 minutes on the Wojtek scoreboard.
Smedley coming from the field there after that kick. He's not sure, I was about to say he's replaced by, I'm not entirely sure who he's been replaced by. Looks like it is Will Sadler. But there it is, it's Will Sadler. So Sadler on the field for Smedley. He'll go and take a well-earned rest.
Is that Burgess taking a hit up there? He's looking for his option, Sadler. Big cutout ball to Graham. He's a workhorse.
He really is. He does all the hard work, doesn't he? But just spills it there, unfortunately, in the contact. Oh, and turnover again. Back-to-back turnovers as Sadler looks to get College out of their half. And then
I think that's Liam Wall for Onkaparinga, number 18. That's what we've got down here. As he makes a break, and he gives it down to Ben.
Liam Smith, is it? On the sideline, running it up there.
Onkaparinga.
Back again. Really working it out here. Getting through the phases. They've got an advantage, so they'll use it. Oh, no, they won't use it. The quick tap, away he goes. They've played him. Will he go all the way? No, he won't. He gets dragged down there by Sadler's. Hunted back, but and created the turnover. Great work. Sadler on the pitch for a minute, and he's really had a big impact already. Oh, referee not happy. Someone from Onkaparinga having something to say to him there, and I think marches them down to 10.
Yeah, I think that's just frustration coming in to the Onkaparinga team. They've tried everything to claw back this deficit, and unfortunately they were well on their way to scoring another try, and something hasn't gone their way. So just the frustration starting to have its effect on the boys. There's a few more subs being made. I think that's Matthew Chaplin for Onkaparinga. Is that Ormsby? There's a shot there of Divine and Amo Emily. As Howlett goes to throw the line out in. They go to Graham. Graham off the top to Sadler. Sadler to Curtin. Curtin out the back. And there's a big kick into the wind. Looks like, He's kept it into play, I thought, but unfortunately, Onkaparinga loose head and feed. Looks like Onkaparinga making a couple of more substitutions. Looks like Kane Golding coming off. They really need to get onto it. Onkaparinga. History says they've got everything in their team to claw back this deficit. They just need to secure the ball and just have a bit more control with the ball. A few more things go their way. Definitely a strong pack. Old Coles have executed all their planned moves quite well. Onkaparinga just need to settle down and get some field position. They've been trying to score from midway. Need to try and get down to Old Collegians 20 and work their tough brand of football. Definitely hasn't helped them that now Troy Doty's come off the field. Oh, wayward pass there. Wilkins goes for a big run. Heavy defence in the centre. There we go. Devine, another strong carry. He's just been all over it for Onkaparinga. And we've also got, I think it's Ashley Montero, Adam Takiri there. Reece Gerd makes a good surging run down the right-hand side for Onkaparinga. The support gets there quite early. Clean ball out there. Ormsby. And there we go. Another big run there for Tao Tamakihu. And they've lost the ball, unfortunately, for Onkaparinga. Although, looks like Tao Tamakihu's gone down. There's been he was getting his shoulder and elbow strapped at half time, so he's obviously gone in with an injury. Bit of magic spray's being applied, and see if that keeps him on the field. I think that's Liam Smith that's come on. Number 2 for Onkaparinga.
Just trying to see where number 2 is. No, Liam Smith's actually wearing 20 now, so not sure who number 2 is now. Who goes into 9.
Might be Caden O'Neill. We'll try and get some confirmation on those replacements. Apologies to all the Onkaparinga supporters there. As Big Devine has another carry. He's just been full of work today.
It's a big, strong runner, isn't he? Makes meters every single time. Oh, that's disappointing there. McKinley just letting that one drift forward. Settling into the scrum here. Sadler with the feed. As the old Coles back's running all kinds of angles, and here comes Fleetwood Piper with the offload to the outside. Oh, looks like Ben Fillion just won't get his run that he desperately wants on the outside, as that pass from Fleetwood Piper just drifting forward. Ben Fillion on the field now.
Yeah, young gentleman from Old Coles. He's quite composed for a young man, isn't he? He does very well.
Only 19 years of age. tall as a giraffe, though. Look at him. He's a big boy. Got a good pass on him both directions.
And I think we've got a bit of confirmation that the halfback now for Onkaparinga, Matthew Chaplin, has come on to replace Troy Doherty.
And at the back for Old Collegians is Stuart Robertson. So Stewie Rob in the back there, number 16 jersey. Come on at fullback. Howlett with the carry. Fleetwood Piper again getting himself involved. The Old Collegians a little flat here. Playing out in front of us as they run a little sideways. Just not able to penetrate that defence and really get over the advantage line like they did in the first half. Collins with the carry up there.
Campion out to Graham.
Graham, he's a tough customer, isn't he? Oh, Curtin's had enough, puts it in behind. Isn't out. Wilkins with the pick and the kick. And into touch. Hasn't made too many meters. Looks like he's kicked it just about straight out there. All the Collegians with a good net gain there. That's what they're looking for. So now going into just outside the Onkaparinga 22, looks like, as Liam Smith now does come from the field. Big smile on his face. He's obviously enjoyed himself out there today. Always big work rate by Haggis out there in the middle. Good to see him working hard. Rory, do we know who he's come off for, who's gone on for him? Oh, Curtin just doesn't have any options to be able to offload that one and gets cut down.
Not quite sure who the sub is at the moment. If it's 23, it's Caden O'Neill, but we'll have a look at that.
Oh, just cracks that one straight up the guts, puts his head down as Fleetwood Piper cracks on the pace, but just can't evade those outstretched hands. And Luke Clifton coming back in on the angle, big red.
I actually think that's Chris Paseka's come back on.
And there's Stewie Robb.
He's got the number 3 jersey.
Getting himself involved. Chris Paseka, you see, he's on in the number 3, right?
Yeah. He's...
Apologies then.
No, pretty distinguished type of running. He doesn't step. He just runs straight.
What do you mean, a front row doesn't step? Ah, really, Rory? Are you sure? Yep, the only step that... Oh, Fleetwood Piper, another half gap for him. I was going to say, I think the only step front rows know is one in front of the other, isn't it? Big boys looking to make their meters straight.
Yeah, he had a great start of the season. He's just come back on. Looks like he's had a few injuries and we haven't seen him for a while, so good to get Chris Paseka back into the game. Unfortunately, Old Coles
just making a mistake there. Just as things started to come together for them, got a few phases together, making some meters, and was that Sadler who just couldn't pick it up cleanly.
Well,
15 minutes to go. You think they'll rely on the boot of Kurt McKinley, or do you reckon that it's come to the point now where Onkaparinga are going to try and run it out from deep?
They'll need a big boot to get him down there, but I think apart from that, they're just going to have a big couple of charges, really. And here we go. Tamakihu's come off after sustaining a bit of an injury or succumbing to an injury. He's a man mountain, isn't he?
He's got some arms on him, I tell you what.
And Timothy Atkins there for Old Coles gives it out to
Stewie Robb, so Stuart Robertson.
Stuart Robbins.
Bangs it down the middle of the field. Ben Fillion on the chase, just misses him there. And oh, here comes Kurt McKinley.
Jeez, he's out of blinder, he steps.
He's offloaded it. Oh, just goes behind. It's been that kind of afternoon for Onkaparinga, hasn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Excitement comes to them and then just can't quite seal the deal.
Yeah, sorry, apologies for some of the incorrect names. Jersey swapping here is it's like a Chinese laundry. Yeah, it's been difficult, but yeah, well done to Onkaparinga. Nice break, Kurt McKinley.
Good strong runner, isn't he? And the awareness of the players around him to look for that pass rather than just tuck it and truck it.
Oh,
he did very well.
Yeah, if that ball went to hand, they're back in this game. Big Chris Pasika takes it up midfield. Liam Devine.
I think Devine was all right. There was somebody who was there before him who went in off his feet, I think, and that was the issue there.
I have to say, it stands out for Onkaparinga. Liam Devine's been absolutely a brick wall in defence and in running. He's just been a workhorse.
His work rate's massive, isn't it? He just seems to be everywhere.
Yeah.
There was a point earlier where trying to see how many guys are wearing a number 8 jersey for Onkaparinga. He's having an absolute cracker. He's really putting in more than his own effort there.
Yeah, both Ormsby brothers had a good game as well. Reece Gerd, as he's come on, he's definitely stiffened up the defence. Oh, clinical line out from Old Coles.
Their set phase has been fantastic today, hasn't it?
Oh, amazing. I don't think they've lost the line out, I'll be honest.
Oh, more fumbles at the back of the breakdown there for Sadler.
They just
maybe needs to lick his hands there or something. Ball's just not sticking.
The young lock forward that's come on, big boy, come from 2nd grade. I'm not sure of his name. Could be Ruben Stretch. He's done quite well.
Gary Mann coming from the field there, the try scorer for Old Collegians. He's had a big ball carrying day too, hasn't he?
He's had a good game, hasn't he? He's done well.
Great player, Gary. I think that's Alex Eames who's gone on there. Not sure of the number on his back, but it looks like Eamesy. So Eames packing on the side of the scrum now. 10 minutes to go in the game and both sides emptying the bench, making sure they've got the legs to go the distance. Oh, good, he just can't hold on to. There was that Reece Gerd who carried that one up and just couldn't hold on to it, unfortunately. Takes the big contact, the ball spills.
No, you can't deny him. His work rate and his work ethic's been amazing. Reece Gerd, just unfortunate he put the ball down. Some heavy contact, was a good hit, got a good hit on the ball, and we'll see what Old Collegians would like to do here with their backline formed out to the right-hand side.
Looks like there's 3 of them set up in the middle there, and there should be some exciting angles. Hopefully they're going to do something fun, but ball spills out and Ormsby picks it up.
Oh, great ball there.
Go. Onkaparinga on the front foot here.
It's Devine with the ball.
Of course it is.
Matthew
Devine
Chaplin.
Again. And good diving on it. As Murison goes over the top but gets himself out of trouble there.
Look to reset here. We got Lincoln Ormsby by the look of it, number 13.
Good carry up there, just setting a platform, keeping it safe. Now Onkaparinga starting to go through the phases. This is where they can start to be really dangerous, Roy. They can now sniff a bit of something. You can see the excitement in the players. The energy levels just stepped up here just a little bit. Keeping the ball nicely alive there. As in goes Wilkins. Strong leg drive in the contact as always.
Yeah, he's been good, hasn't he?
Manages to hold on nicely. Was that Lincoln Ormsby with the pass?
Good tackle there.
McKinley almost squeezes through another gap there.
It's young Ben Valoon. Viljoen.
We'll get there, mate. We'll get there.
Yeah,
Oh, good. The young South African
he's a class act.
taking it quickly, and now this is where Onkas are traditionally very dangerous in that broken play. Old Collegians not retreating the 10 metres.
He's gone down. Oh no, he's just fixing his boot up. Hornsby.
Just what they used to call in primary school a flat tyre. So Wilkins sees a little gap, steps on the inside.
I love the way he goes looking for work. This Wilkins.
Space around the fringes here for Onkaparinga through that Old Collegians defence.
Who else but Divine having
There he
another hit up, mate. He's
Getting
just-
his hands on the ball. There's possessions today. I think AFL, they count possessions, don't they? His possessions must be massive. The little Gregan inside ball there. Oh, somebody's kicked it loose and made a mess of it, unfortunately, just as things are coming together. And that Divine showing his frustration with what's going on. They're just struggling to finish today, aren't they, on Kaparinga? They're doing all the hard work. They're getting into the right position. It's available there and just can't finish.
He's put his heart and soul into this game, Liam Divine. He's really led from the front, and unfortunately for him, the team just hasn't quite gelled as it normally does. Surprisingly enough, they're a very class outfit on Kaparinga, and with the likes of Kurt McKinley and Troy Doherty, the Ormsby boys, Kane Golding's come off, Toa Tamakio, so
Doughty does make a big difference to this side, though, doesn't he?
he's their general, isn't he?
He really is, and I think losing him around that halfway line. Oh, wow, and here goes Fleetwood Piper. Does he have the pace? He looks to go outside, shifts it, and that's Atkins on the outside, but he's got support on the tackle. Ball coming back, that's shifting it again, and Onkaparinga flying up in defence there to put pressure on the college players, and Campion stepping inside, sees a bit of a gap and no space on the outside. Just looking to use all that space and all that width here, College.
I think that's Fraser Murison back on.
Fraser Murison, and he's got the carry up there, and that looks like Rob Smedley back on too. There he is, unfortunately. He's running behind one of his own players, but the advantage for the penalty was there, so College will go down there, and
Stuart Robson kicking for touch.
Robertson, will he go to the corner? Probably. With a 25-point lead, you wouldn't bother with going to the 3, would you? That line out for Old Collegians has been sexy all afternoon, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
They've been in a really dangerous frame of mind, Old Collegians. Clinical, taken every opportunity and executed fairly well.
And fast from the breakdown. That ball's recycling really quickly, and in that first half, Smedley was really clearing that ball from 9 so quickly. Looks like he's replaced Curtin here. Looks like Curtin's gone off, Smedley into 10. Sadler stays at 9.
Towler to throw the ball into this lineup. I'm guessing they'll go to Graham again.
Oh,
stolen by who else but Liam Divine.
he's got himself in the right position all day, hasn't he? Onkas are going to have to run it from everywhere now, so this will be exciting. Breaking tackles all the way up the field there. Oh, big counter ruck, but he's come off his feet. That's Eames, just overzealous, overexcited, comes off his feet on the counter ruck, unfortunately. And Onkaparinga will run it again.
Adam Takiri, another great run to Reece Jerd. Takiri takes another one. Pick and go there by young Ormsby. Good to Divine, and this is how Onkaparinga normally play, Jace. Is that correct? Just fast, accurate football.
And exciting, play what's in front of them, create the opportunities. There we go, and keep that ball alive. Very good at keeping that ball alive. Oh, everybody wants it now, getting excited. Somebody's got their hands on that. Graham with the turnover, but I think he's knocked it on there, unfortunately. Just didn't get it cleanly enough.
He did well to get in there.
Great crack at it.
Yeah.
Just went loose as he pulled it out.
I have to say the scoreline doesn't reflect the nature of the game, Jason. 32 points to 7 to Old Collegians over Onkaparinga on the Wojtek scoreboard, but Onkaparinga have always, you know, they always look threatening, just haven't been able to capitalise on their opportunities. Matthew Chaplin out to McKinley.
Say, they've created them, they just unfortunately can't seem to finish today. There's another example of an opportunity to do something goes awry and just not working for Onkaparinga today. Just not their day.
Yeah, normally you'd see Troy Wilkins sort of, you know, at least break 1 or 2 tackles and scoot down that sideline, but there they just were able to contain him and unfortunately force the error. So well done to Old Collegians, and
yep. At this point, they'll be going through to play Burnside next week,
yes,
Saturday at Souths.
Yes.
That'll be a 3:40 kickoff at Souths. So those of you sitting at home watching this live, get yourselves around to Southern Suburbs Rugby Club on Saturday next week. It's going to be a lot of very exciting rugby to watch.
Oh,
and here comes Villian on the outside, stretching those legs.
Benny puts
a boot to ball, and he has given it away. Wilkins wrapped up. Oh, and Robertson goes in for the steal, but cleaned out.
Playing with some real confidence, Old Collegians.
And really just allowing that ball to travel around. Interesting here what the whistle is for. There must have been a knock on or something, coming back for a scrum. Oh, that's a dangerous position to be in, coming back for that scrum here inside Onkaparinga 22, right on the 5. In the dangerous form they're in today, you'd back Old Collegians to score from here, wouldn't you, Rory?
Yeah, you'd think either Chris Paseka out down the blind side, it'll be hard to stop, or they'll just utilise their Quicksilver Fleetfoot players out wide. Fleetwood Piper's out here. Chris Paseka goes down the blind.
I reckon they'll bring Fleetwood Piper back in off Bartlett here if the forwards let the backs have it. Oh, and they won't. They'll score it themselves. So
that's it. I think she's all said and done now.
The one who got in there, was that Sadler?
I think it was Campion, actually. We'll see. Chris Paseka takes it from the blind. Oh no, you're right.
Yep.
Sadler, well
Sadler
done. Well done.
Over. That's him. Yeah. Campion just policing the ruck there, watching over it, making sure it was all good.
I have to say, like, they're playing with confidence, the Old Collegians team, and it's showing. It's showing. It really is. Everything's going. All balls are going to hand. You know, they're taking the right options. Jack Curtin was being fantastic at 10. They've all done their game.
Beautiful line breaks there, didn't he? Absolutely clean.
Well, at the start, he was just clinical, wasn't he? Yeah. And for me, apart from Jack Campion, I have to say Joshua Graham is my standout. All the work he's been got through, and for Onkaparinga, you've got the likes of Divine, Gerd, McKinley's done really well.
McKinley's been great. For me, it's Devine and McKinley there really who've put their hands up and really tried to pull their team along with them. Just as you said before, that last pass, that last little movement that needs to click and execute, just not happening, unfortunately. Which is, I mean, that score on the Wojtek scoreboard there just really doesn't do justice to the excitement of the game that we've been able to watch here this afternoon.
Yeah, very true. Very, very well said. Adam Takiri's had a strong game for Onkaparinga. It's just gone to 10.
Into the air, and Collins cleans up there, I think, and wow. Onkaparinga flooding that breakdown and looking for the turnover as Graham carries that one up. Oh, ball spills. Can't be much time left now. Trying to think if we had any real injury time this half. Not much.
Not in the second half, no. It hasn't been too much.
Going to 4 minutes now, so there must have been some stoppages that I've obviously missed, forgotten about. It's been an exciting half of rugby. It's gone quickly, but just 4 minutes of extra time is a lot.
Tight head.
Oh, against the feed, great work there.
Chaplin.
As we look to
Ormsby.
Ormsby offload to the inside.
Chaplin again puts on some footwork, gets caught there by Paseka. Ormsby out to, not sure who that was. Ashley Montero. Oh, big don't argue there from Ormsby.
Straight over the top of Collins. Penalty again. Old Collegians will have to be careful here and don't want to take a card right at the end, particularly this time of the season, going into those big finals games, or being in those big finals games.
Yeah. Oh, what an effort there from Devine. Can't say anything too highly enough for him, mate. He's just had a wonderful game. Another penalty to Onkers.
I think that was the knock-on signal there. I think we've gone to scrum.
Oh, okay. My apologies. Yep.
I think Devine must have lost it when he went to ground there. Oh, just disappointing. It's been that afternoon for Onkaparinga, hasn't it? Work hard, work hard, work hard. Do some really great stuff. Create some really good-looking rugby, and then just something silly right at the end of it. The personification of it really was that that notch try by McKinley, where he, straight through the middle, steps, gets hit, not held, has the awareness, gets to his feet, fights his way towards it, and then ball just comes loose as he reaches to try and
you got to feel for him today.
And it's heartbreaking, isn't it? It's so frustrating. The team must be frustrated. The coach must be frustrated. I mean, we all have these games throughout the season, but it's just a tough time to have it right at the end in a knockout finals game. Looks like a blood stoppage here.
Yeah, Matthew Chaplin seems to have copped a knock on the bridge of the nose, unfortunately.
A boop to the snoot.
A boot to the snoot.
Boop, boop, boop.
A boop to the snoot.
There we go. So.
Oh yeah, unfortunate for the guys. To their credit, they haven't put their heads down, and anyone that knows Onkaparinga, no, they won't.
They won't lie down. They won't take it easily. They'll always give 100%. It's just hasn't worked out.
Another shout out goes to John Collins at loose head prop.
John Collins, yeah, he's worked hard today, hasn't he?
Well,
he played in the I think he played in the 3rd grade game earlier. I saw him running around in that, so he's had a big day. He's obviously fit. Oh, is that spilled out or is that? Oh, that's the game. End of the game. Old Collegians. I suppose the story there is Old Collegians took their chances and Onkaparinga just couldn't today.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Onkaparinga, they couldn't come up with the goods. Old Collegians going through to next week's elimination final against Burnside at South, as you said. 39-7. Old Coles over Onkaparinga on the Voitech scoreboard. Thanks to Spacequake. Shout out to Dave Webb. Hope you're feeling better, big man. And it's been a great weekend here at Elizabeth, mate. I have to say that. It was really good. You know, brought the family down. Everyone's enjoyed themselves. And
the weather's been kind to us too, so some great rugby. The facility is incredible out here. The Rugby Union South Australia staff done a great job. The Elizabeth Rugby Club staff and board members have all done a fantastic job here, making sure that everything's set up and ready to go for all the teams to just come out here and enjoy their rugby. Barbecue's going, and it's just been a wonderful experience. So if you haven't been down to experience our finals rugby yet here in South Australia, make sure you get out either next weekend to Southern Suburbs Rugby Union Club or the following week, grand final week, that'll be at Onkaparinga Rugby Club. Also remember in September we've got the senior men's and we've got the NRC games. So we've got NRC at Souths and the NRC Division 2 coming up. So much rugby still coming. We will see you next weekend at Souths.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Jason. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Rory.
RUSA and Spacequake, and all the best to all the surviving teams. Good luck for next week, and see you in the finals.